Sean O'Malley's coach, Tim Welch, believes he can take Merab in a street fight. Last week at the UFC 306 promo shoot, Merab confronted Suga Sean O'Malley, saying he would smack his coach, Tim Welch, if he saw him in the street.
He didn't seem very happy with you, and yeah, what was your reaction when you saw that video come out?
Initially, I thought it was because I said we're going to target his nose in an interview, which isn't a lie. I mean, it's not a lie. Merab tweeted out and said, next time I see you, I'm going to take care of it or something. And it's like, come on, brother. I haven't trained martial arts my whole life for a little 5'4" guy to try to punk me out. I've trained my whole life, and I'm only 34 years old. I'm 6 foot, 195 pounds. It's like, all right. Well, we'll see what happens. But that's besides the point. This is
UFC interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall says it's a shame that Mokaev was released from the UFC. He mentioned that this type of incident has happened before, with all the beef and altercations in the hotel. It's not the first time, so he believes it's a bit unfair to kick him out indefinitely.
Yeah, so Mokaev's a lad I've known since he was 12 years old. He's in his early 20s now. I think he's like 23, 24. So on the weekend, he fought in the UFC, and him and his opponent had a lot of beef beforehand. They were scrapping in the hotel before. Some real stuff, and I heard some stories about kicking each other's hotel rooms when they're trying to sleep and kicking the doors down and all that shit. I don't even know what's happened, but these are just rumours. But anyway, the UFC, he went in there, he won the fight. Quite a boring fight, to be honest with you. The UFC kicked him out. Long story short, they don't want to re-sign him because of what's gone on. I think it's unfair, to be honest with you. I think it's unfair.
Mokaev's been kicked out.
Mokaev's been kicked out, yeah. They're not going to renew his contract because of the goings on in the hotel and backstage and all the rest of it. I mean, this has happened before, all this beef, in the hotel and at the weigh-ins and all the rest of it. It's not the first time, so I think it's a bit unfair on him just to kick him out indefinitely. At the end of the day, I'm not the boss of the UFC, so it's got absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm not running a multi-billion-dollar business, so I think it's a shame, but it's not really my call.
Popular streamer Adin Ross asks Dana White who the pound-for-pound best UFC fighter of all time is. We all MMA fans know what Dana White answered. But anyway, let's go for it.
There's a meme going on right now. It's with you, and I just want to see if your opinion still stands. Who is the best UFC fighter? Your personal favorite? I'm just curious.
Well, what do you mean best? The best ever, or my favorite? Somebody that I like personally.
Yeah, true. I guess that's two different questions. Pound for pound, who's the best fighter?
The best fighter ever is John Jones. Hands down, no doubt about it, no debating.
So you think if John Jones is in a room with any other fighter, he's the one pound for pound making it out?
Yeah, 100%. You put anybody in the room with John Jones, he walks out every time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Everyone is guessing Tony Ferguson will retire after his first-round loss this week, but that's not the case. Tony Ferguson is not planning to retire, even though he's been on an 8-fight losing streak since 2020. He says, "I'm like, no, I still want to fight, I still want to compete, and I still want to do this. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. If I didn't have the love, both those gloves would have been left in that ring." He continued, "I want to be real. If fans are willing to spend thousands of dollars to watch me compete, I can tell you they're going to follow me wherever I go. That's the humblest thing I can say, because no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'm going to keep getting better.